My next stop in Kigali was the Kigali Genocide Memorial, the final resting place of over 250,000 people killed during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. If you have watched the movie Hotel Rwanda, then you probably know a bit about this genocide. If you've never heard of it, I have a link in the description where you can read about this genocide. I arrived about 4 to 5 minutes past 4 p.m., which is their last entry time. Although they close at 5 p.m., the first policeman I met was kind enough to let me through. Security at the memorial is provided by the Rwanda National Police, and officers are stationed at the entrance, but they occasionally patrol the grounds. After I arrived, I waited for some minutes at the reception because the reflection space there was in use. When the person in there finished, I was taken inside where a video was played. This video was about the killings and the effect it had on the survivors and the people who lost loved ones during the genocide. After watching the video, I was taken into the museum where there were so many rooms filled with photos and stories about the killings, the people killed, the survivors, and the aftermath of the killings. It also had a section for other genocides that happened in other parts of the world in the past. Note that entry into the memorial is free, however, donations are encouraged and somewhat suggested. I read a notice on the wall that suggested a minimum of $20. You can totally tour the memorial by yourself, however, they have two options of paid guided tours available for people interested. One is an audio guide with a rose to lay at the graves, with or without a champion pin, and this costs between $10 to $30. The second option is with a staff guide for 1 to 15 people or more, and prices range from $200 to $400 based on the number of people. It was such a solemn moment for me because I cannot even imagine the horror the people who were killed passed through. I've watched Hotel Rwanda a long time ago and I was too young to truly understand it. Walking around the genocide memorial, seeing how real it is, listening to people talk about the family members they lost, friends they lost, seeing real photos of men, women and children who were killed, it's a completely different feeling from just watching a movie about the genocide. Videos and pictures aren't allowed inside the museum and reflection spaces, only outside the building. The staff also remind you to be respectful while taking photos and videos. No overtly joyful or happy photos and videos. I took some photos and videos outside, I checked out the grave sites and then I left. Before leaving, one of the guides, Maurice, helped me to take some videos and photos and he also suggested somewhere to eat when I asked him. Now this is where it gets a little bit weird for me. On getting to the place called Pilipili, next thing a bouncer or a security asked me to go meet the guy sitting at the corner looking like they were selling tickets. I obliged as it was my first time and I always want to be respectful of people's rules first before acting or reacting. On getting there, they asked me to pay an entry fee of 10,000 Rwanda franc before I could go in. Mind you, this doesn't contribute in any way to whatever I would spend inside. I asked why and they said I just had to pay before I go in. At this point, I was getting irritated because even the manner the guy was saying it rubbed me off in a bad way. He didn't even try to explain to me why I needed to pay an entry fee, knowing I was a foreigner, and he could speak English. So I called Maurice to get some clarification since it was his recommendation. He spoke with them in Kinyarwanda and then told me that I needed to pay before going in because someone was hosting a birthday or some kind of event in there. Without causing an unnecessary scene, I decided to just go to a Nigerian restaurant in Kigali that I had seen a couple of times online. A place where I'm sure to find familiar food and nobody would charge me an entry fee. I'm not one to look for a Nigerian restaurant or Nigerian food when I'm traveling because I like to explore other cuisines, but the whole drama just put me off trying to even find another place. It was a nice looking spot by Rwanda standards. It had outdoor and indoor sitting areas and I decided to stay indoors. I went inside and I ordered jollof rice, chicken, plantain and water. The jollof rice was 9,000, the chicken 9,000, the plantain 3,000 and the water was 1,500, a total of 22,500 Rwandan franc. The food didn't disappoint and I was glad I didn't go all the way to waste my money. I took some videos and pictures and then I left. As there was still time left, I got back to the apartment and quickly rushed out with my host Desmond to a fitness center we saw opposite one of the places we bought roasted corn a few days back. On getting there, we noticed everyone submits their phone at the entrance, so I begged the lady that keeps the phones to make a short video of me and she agreed. It was a fun dance exercise class. You can pay per session, per week or per month. Each session lasts 1 hour. After the class, we stopped by for some roasted corn because I can't just see corn and pass now, except I had tried the corn from there before and it was hard or bad. We stopped by a seamstress's place to help stitch some things on my sets. Her electric units had just finished and she was yet to recharge. She used torchlight to sew and she still got it right. The clothes I gave her cost around 1.5 I think for the amendments. In my next video, I'll be visiting the Nyamirambo Women's Center and the popular Biriago car-free food street. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming posts. See you in my next video. Bye!